welcome to Rec Room. Say, have you ever had questions?
Would you rather live in an ice palace or a desert palace?
Shut up! Shut up!
Don't you just wish that there was someone you could talk to out here on Rec Room?
How much wood can a wood chop?
Can you please be quiet? We're trying to fight here, see?
Don't you just wish that there was someone you could voice your ideas to?
Man, who invented dino nuggies?
Shut up, kid! And come on down to PillowTalk, where we talk to the most important people in Rec Room, you! So, Dino, Jen, you two have been married now for over 37 years. How do you two, well, put up with each other for so long?
Yeah,
No, we're not.
good.
That's actually a pretty good question coming from our fans in the stands. How do you guys plan on putting little old ladies into hockey?
Yeah, that is a really, really interesting question. What do you think, Cookie?
I don't know. What do you think, Chris?
I don't know. It was your guys' idea.
Now, Jaden, I need you and your team's help in order to make this bowl of ramen, and I've got all the ingredients you need right here. That's right, a traffic cone, a marshmallow on a stick, and for you Americans, a gun. That stick is high in fiber, don't you know? But everybody knows when you're driving your car out there, it needs a GPS system. That's right, a giraffe positional system with a giraffe's head poking out of the top. Well, let's see what that looks like out on the car that Hot Dog's drawn for us. Well, isn't that worth putting up on the refrigerator? You never know what's going to happen out here on Pillow Talk. So come on down to Pillow Talk, where we talk to the most important people in Rec Room, you. Pillow Talk goes live every Sunday at 1 o'clock. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all you lovelies in between, it's time to ask the real questions, the burning questions, the questions on everybody's mind out here at Pillow Talk. Oh man, I am not ready for today's show. Oh my goodness, I've got 2 hours before the show starts. I have plenty of time to get ready right now because, well, my watch is apparently broken, and that's okay. Everything's happening, everything's fine, because we're here to ask you how you're doing out here on Pillow Talk. Welcome everybody to Pillow Talk, the place where we talk to the most important people in Rec Room, you. We've got all sorts of characters coming out to see us tonight and all sorts of questions to ask. But the first question is, where did we put the universal question this time? If you feel strongly if we should even have that in one direction or the other, simply vote in our little voting booth right over here in the middle. But while we're handling that, we're going to bring up our first guest. This particular character is an absolute delight, and we love having them up on stage, especially to keep those pan thieves from getting the pan. We know who you are. Give it up for our next guest. It's none other than...
Hello? I have to do it again.
Polite Bat. So,
Hey.
Polite Bat, I understand it that someone's been panhandling our pans recently. How do you plan on taking your Polite Bat and politely bonking them over the head?
I would usually go to play Make It to Midnight and use a hammer instead.
Oh, absolutely. People need to be on the lookout for that hammer, provided, of course, it doesn't take too long to recharge. But Polite Bat, enough about panhandling amongst the streets of Rec Room. We want to know more about you. Now, as it's the spring season, we understand it that there's going to be billions of cicadas out there, constantly harassing the Midwest. And you as a bat love eating insects. What's it like having this once-in-a-lifetime buffet just for you?
It feels great.
Oh, I bet it feels great. Not too good on the ears, though. You'll find out when they all start screaming at once at 3 a.m. But that's besides the point. Polite Bat, we do have another question here for you, and one of our fans in the stands has gotten this question for us. Little old Amity Rec Room. Amity wants to know, who's talking in the back room, and what are they talking about?
I think they're talking about the monster.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Let them know that I said hi. Give it up for Polite Bat, everybody.
Yes. Let's go.
Polite
Hi.
Bat, you have always been a polite critter on our show. Thank you so much for coming out. And if you wouldn't mind exiting through the curtain to your left or to your right.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you next time.
I'll try not
Just
to
be
walk
on the
in the streets
lookout
like
for the glass
last time.
figurines. We need those for the halftime show.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And please don't walk out into It's okay. It's fine. We didn't hear anything impact the shield. We'll be fine. Speaking of fine, though, we got someone who's all about being fine on Rec Room with all the latest outfits that you could be looking for and how you can combine some of your classics with some of the new stuff to make it look even better. Give it up for our next guest. It's none other than the bucket lad himself, Goffy VR.
What's up, y'all?
So, Goffy, I see that you're rocking the Rec Room orange bucket look. Tell us, what sort of looks are you looking to serve coming into spring?
Oh, that's a good question. So for spring, I feel like mixing like this bucket outfit is like my main outfit, and like
That
maybe I
sounds
can like combine
amazing,
it with some.
Goffy. But let's move on from that for a hot second and
Okay.
talk more about you. Because before you became the fashionista, you were more of a, oh, how do we put it? Beggar out in the rec center, constantly selling bootleg DVDs at the White House. Mind telling us, how did you get all these items just from begging over at the rec center?
So you gotta go to the people with Rec Room Plus. That's all I gotta say.
That's how you do it, folks. You got to find the folk with Rec Room Plus. Except for this one. I don't give anybody anything. Isn't that right, my fellow staff? Speaking of which, if you could find those cicadas and kill them so we can listen to the show, that would be great. In the meantime, Goffy, we got one last question here for you, and I know you get asked this a lot, but have you always looked this ugly, or did you work on it?
Oh no, I always look like this. I was born the brain
And there you
tumor.
have it, folks. Sometimes you just need that natural talent. Give it up for Goffy VR.
Thank you. Thank you all for the roses.
Goffy, thank you for coming out, my man. And of course, you know where the exit is. You've been here before. You know how it goes. And apparently he forgot that we moved all the things without telling him. But that's okay. That sounds like a him problem. In the meantime, let's bring it over to our next two guests. Because these two, oh man, you know love is in the air when people are coming together over all sorts of things, including collecting moldy socks. Give it up for our next two guests. It's none other than...
Oh, I did not sign up for this.
No, wait, come back. You literally signed up for this. Oh, I'm sorry, Ruse. It looks like your previous partner just up and left you up on stage. Would you like another one by chance?
Yes.
All right, Ruse, go ahead and take a seat to your left. Let's bring up one more person.
I forgot what my left was for a second.
It's none other than the absolute extravagant character themselves,
It's so fucked.
Abby. So, Abby, you've just been brought up on stage and are now being forced to marry Ruse. How do you feel?
That is so unideal.
What the Sigma?
See, that's the kind of answer you can expect. Love is in the air, and it's all about meeting someone for the first time. Now, Ruse, as a fellow popcorn aficionado, you've been trying out the Rec Room popcorn for quite some time. How is the PillowTalk popcorn comparatively?
Better than any other popcorn.
Oh, you know it, Ruse. And a lot of people need to know that, too. Now, Abby, let's bring it back over to you, dear, because I understand it that you have an amazing new product coming out to Rec Room, the Essence of Moldy Sock, a fragrance for fish. Mind telling us what goes into this new product?
So basically, you put, and then you put, and then you also put, and then that's it.
Rec Room, always with the mic problems. You know how it goes, folks. Normal day. All right, Abby, Ruse, we've got one last question for the both of you here, and I know everyone's been asking about this particular topic, especially since we heard you two are getting married. So we just want to know, rock, paper, or scissors?
Shoot.
Hey, Bama.
And there it is, folks, the classic American answer. Give it up for Abby and Ruse, everybody.
American answer.
Well, of course, it's all about guns. Anyways, Abby, Ruse, you two have been an absolute delight. And if you wouldn't mind exiting through the curtain to your left or to your right.
I want to go home. I've been here
Oh,
for 50
wonderful.
years.
Absolutely. You can do that just by going through the curtains to either side. Either side. Just follow the little red dots on the other side of the curtain. Without kicking the router. Okay, let's try that one. It sounds like they got the balloon segment, so that's another thing we're not going to bring up on stage. In the meantime, though, speaking of bringing people up on stage, let's go ahead and bring up an absolute talent. Someone who has actually created some of the shirts you're wearing here tonight. That's right, the artistic talent themselves. It's none other than... Red. Red, I understand it that you've got a wonderful new color coming out to Rec Room amongst all the other ones that we have for all sorts of occasions. Tell us more about this new color, blue.
Excuse me? What can
Now
you
that's
say?
the kind of answer you can expect from the talents, am I right, folks? So Red, we want you to show us what this new color can do with, well, one of the shirts that we have out here on our recently renovated canvas. What do you say?
Yeah, sure. Why
That
not?
sounds like a yes to me. Let's head on down.
Oh,
Oh, look at that.
Bobby,
It's Billy.
what is this?
It's okay if you kill Billy. Go ahead and just erase him with the eraser. It's fine.
Yeah,
It
but I
only
won't
took
kill
3
Billy.
hours to be made.
I've been marrying Billy for 2,000 million years.
Oh, Earth hasn't existed for that long, stupid, but that's okay. If you wouldn't mind just erasing him. Now, as you all know, we all love our custom shirts out here, but Red's going to show you how you can take your own custom shirts to a whole new level, but with this new design. Now, obviously, anyone can design their own shirt, but we're going to do something with something that everybody can recognize. You know, like, what's something everybody would want on a shirt? There we go, a wolf
A
howling
cookie.
at the moon. Okay,
Okay,
Red, would you
cookie.
mind showing us what you can do with the color blue in a wolf?
I'm not very good at drawing wolf, but
Oh, every
Wait, let me
artist
try.
doubts their own artistic talent. No worries, Red. You handle the canvas, I'll handle the crowd. All right, folks. As you all know, wolves are like nature's cats. They always stalk at night. They normally are wielding a chainsaw. And of course, they've got at least 3 beady little eyes located on the left cheek specifically. That way you can always hide from them on their right side. And of course, wolves out there in nature are largely herbivores, which is why they carry the chainsaw to cut down trees for them to eat. Gotta make things manageable. And of course, you can even get wolves at your local supermarket these days, over in the deli section. This particular wolf is going to be howling at the moon with at least one of its many mouths. And of course, Red's going to be drawing for us. That for us, he knows what he's doing. It's going to be on a next shirt coming out next week.
totally.
And finally, when
Wait.
it comes to wolves out there, they don't talk about this in the documentary shows, but we know that you know that I know that you know that every wolf out there has at least 6 legs. That way they can catch up to whatever tree is trying to get away from them. Alright, that's more than enough of me explaining things and more than enough time for Red to show us what a wolf looks like with the color blue. Let's take a look. And instead he has drawn what can only be described as the worst pitcher of water I have ever seen. Great work, Red. Let's hear it for Red, everybody.
Wait, before I go, didn't your mom say that you weren't allowed to play VR today and you need to get your homework finished?
Which one? Oh, don't worry about it. Just tell her that she's not my dad. In the meantime, Red, thank you so much for coming out and showing us how it's done. And if you wouldn't mind exiting through the curtain, right over here.
Okay.
No worries. We'll see you next time. Provided you don't drown in that jacuzzi. In the meantime, though, let's, that's not even a cool pitcher of water. That's like, why does it have two spouts? If you try to pour from one side, it's just going to pour right back onto you. That's just bad engineering. But that's all right. He's not an engineer. He's an artist. And speaking of art, we've got the artiste who's around the new food coming to Rec Room. Let's head back over to the center and get back to talking to you. Now everyone knows how to cook out here on Rec Room. Laugh track. Thank you. And we've got someone up who's going to be showing us how to make a brand new recipe out here on Rec Room. Someone who knows how to combine all sorts of things to create something magical for you to taste, and of course have it taste like you're in your own room because this is all digital. But that's going into the meta of things. Let's go and meta this next person. It's none other than...
Blah, blah.
It's Thunder!
Yeah, I've been like here multiple times, but you never seen my full body yet. Which I actually got,
Yeah,
like,
I wish I hadn't. Why'd you do that?
Oh, me? Well, I actually got full body one time when I went to the cinema yesterday, which I went to go watch Ghostbusters Red Apple, which was so damn crazy.
That
I
sounds great,
just
Thunder. I'm sure all of our earbuds would love to hear the rest of that. But in the meantime, Thunder, we understand it that you've got a great new cookbook coming out to Rec Room. Cooking with only ketchup packets. Mind showing us how it's done in a recently renovated kitchen?
Oh, yeah. Let's just hope
Sounds like a
the
yes to
whole...
me. Let's head on down.
Let's just hope there's no laser rifles. Oh, my God. Thank God there's no laser rifles. For the Lord's
Oh,
sake.
that's okay, Thunder. No laser rifles here. Now, while you're rifling through what
Oh,
we have
possible.
here, as you might be laser focused in on what we need to have made here, something that anybody can make, like a bowl of cereal. Mind showing us how to make a bowl of cereal with this paint gun, a bowling pin, and a basketball?
Wait, hold on. Before I get cooking, I would just want to let you know one thing, is that I actually have like my own talk show. Well, it's not mine, it's one of my friends' talk show I work at, and it's
And
called,
I'm sure all of our earbuds would love to hear about it. Quick question, would you mind taking your microphone out of your nose so that we can actually hear what you're saying instead of feeling what you're saying?
yeah. Don't worry, I'm wearing a head.
All right, Thunder, show us how it's done.
Blah.
You handle the kitchen, my man. I'll handle the crowd. Now, folks...
You have to look around.
Oh, I'll handle the narration, my guy, because obviously the first thing you want to do is to take that bowling pin and put it directly onto the pan. Obviously, Rec Room collision is not going to be helping out, but remember, it's a 5-second rule for a reason. Just pick it up when it hits the ground. Now, the next part you're going to want to use is a bowling pin that's specifically from behind the counter. That way it picks up all the wonderful juices from the various other foods that you've made and goes right into your next cereal meal. Next, you're going to want to get that basketball and grip it with one hand. Sorry, folks with tiny hands, you can't do this recipe. Thunder, show them what to do with that basketball. Yah, yeet, as they say. Ah, jeez, don't throw that at me. Stop that. Oh, looks like the...
You audience, you ain't getting the basketball afterwards.
Oh, you know those audience, always trying to touch Foggy's balls. But in the meantime, Thunder, we're just going to put that into the toaster oven right over here. And now he's got a gun like any good American should. Hello. What you gonna do with that gun, Thunder? Do you feel powerful? Do you think you can kill me in a way that matters? That's right, it's a confetti gun. You think we would give children guns and still be known about it? But that's besides the point. Thunder, show us what you're going to do with that confetti gun for this cereal. Thunder? Hello? Do you need to put a quarter in your modem? Hello? The stuff's starting to burn. Would you mind?
Wah.
And that's the word from Thunder. Give it up from Thunder, everybody.
Wah.
Oh, that Thunder, always making it for a thunderous applause. In the meantime, though, let's get back over to the real stars of the show. You! Because we've got a trio that's coming up on stage who knows how to make real music with their microphones. Instead of, throwing their microphone directly into their nose and getting all that feedback. That's not what we're about here. Let's give it up for our next three guests. It's none other than...
Hello, everyone.
The trio known as Michael, Mr. High, and Spiked Cider. So, Michael, I understand it that this is your group that you made for Rec Room. Tell us, what's the team name?
Yeah. What?
Give it up for the Yaz, everybody.
Yes. I am one of...
Mr. High, you're the team manager. You're making sure that we're getting to all of the venues this year. What are some of the awesome rooms that you plan on visiting to with this a cappella group?
Well, the only thing is a good idea is go to paintball. Much better to learn to fight. And then join other military.
Absolutely. If you want to sing to people in public, you gotta go to the paintball sets. Am I right?
I'm the
Now,
black cat.
Spike Cider,
Yeah.
I understand that as the team furry, you're the one that's bringing in, all sorts of people to see the show. Tell us, how do you plan on keeping those weirdos in line? Cider, you're on the talk show. You need to go.
It never happened. It was a secret. Like when
Copyrighted song, damn it. No.
All right.
Copyright
No
song.
worries, but
No.
we're here to sing anyway. It's all right. They're making
Oh,
sure
yeah.
that they've got the vocal tunes. So if you wouldn't mind, we're going to harmonize together and knock out a tune. Are you ready?
Aye, Captain.
I'll lead us off. Michael takes the next part. Mr. High takes the next. And Spike Cider, you send us out. Are you ready? Never going to give you up.
Never let you down. Yet I was above. Dessert.
Never going to make you cry.
Gonna say goodbye. Not gonna let you down.
There it is. Look, folks, give it up for the Yes, everybody. Michael, Mr. High, Spike Cider, you guys were magnificent. Michael, I hope your internet troubles go away quickly. Mr. High, best of luck with that family trauma that's going on in the background. And Spike Cider, I know what you're talking about. Oh, you wacky devil, you. You guys have been
And one
absolutely
thing,
magnificent. And if you wouldn't mind
let's
listening to the
go
curtains to your
demon
left
law.
or to your right.
Foggy,
Okay.
one more thing before I go.
Well, alright.
What is it, Spike Cider? That's horrifying. Away with you. Oh, you know how it goes, folks. You gotta have security measures in place because those furries, they're out to get you. But that's all right. We know someone who knows all about the furry fandom and how you can easily avoid them. Give it up for our next guest. It's none other than... Suction Cup Man. Suction Cup Man, I am a huge fan of your artwork that you've been displaying all over corporate towers, just smudging up windows. Tell us, which building do you plan on smudging next?
The building that's right outside over there.
Oh, wonderful. Looks like he's going to be heading over to the outside of the rec center soon. Now, Suction Cup Man, I understand that that big businessman is doing what he can to take away your suction cups. Who would you be without them?
I don't know, man.
It looks like he's going to be, I don't know, man. You know how it goes, folks. Always got to be something. And be sure to have backup plans for your various outings. Now, Suction Cup Man, as we're out here, there seems to be a bit of a scuffle going on in the rafters over here, as Legacy has found himself a gun and is actively shooting the audience. How do you plan on using your suction cups to stop this evil menace?
I don't think I can do anything about a guy having a gun.
You gotta know your limits, folks, and for this particular hero, getting shot at is not part of it. Give it up for Suction Cup Man, everybody! But isn't one of your superpowers like you can't die? Or anyways, it was great to talk to you, Suction Cup Man, and we'll see you next time. If you wouldn't mind exiting through the curtain right over there. Instead of going into the laser minefield, that's all right, folks. That's all right. He'll show up on the YouTube screen another time, hopefully, in all of the pieces. In the meantime, though, let's bring it on over to our next guest, because this person's been waiting patiently to come up on stage, and we can't wait to talk to him. Hold on to your popcorn. It's none other than the absolute madland, Techo7. Techo, how you doing?
Good.
I understand it that you were actually able to check out our most recent broadcasted event. What did you think of what happened?
It was chaotic. Some things did not work, like the curtains were down while you were talking.
You know how it goes, folks. You never know what's going to happen out here on PillowTalk. But Techo, if we're going to be doing those sort of things at least once a month, what are some things that you would like to see up on stage?
More chaos?
More chaos, you say? I suppose we could find certain ways of doing that. You know what? Let's throw some chaos out here onto the screen as is. Toss down, Mr. Cam. Could you two fight for my amusement over here on the stage? That would be great. That's right, Toss down. I'm throwing you to the sharks. Come here and get killed by Mr. Cam on stage. Mr. Cam, you know what to do. Perfect. Is this the kind of stuff that you want to see, Techo7? Do you want to see people suffer on stage?
Yes, I want to
This
see
is the kind of
violence.
people that we have in our audience, ladies and gentlemen. You do this. In the meantime, Techo7, we have one last question here for you, and I know you're eating your popcorn, but try to keep those kernels out of your throat when I ask you this. Have you ever been so far as to consider what possibly could have been felt like?
No?
And that's an answer we can certainly accept. Give it up for Techo7, everybody. And now the popcorn's all soggy. You know how it is, folks. You try to enjoy nice dry food like toast, and then the toaster falls into the bathtub with you. It's just a mess. But that's all right. Let's bring it on over to our next two guests who show us how to keep your relationships dry with none other than our next two. Give it up. It's the pair known as Boomer GK and Photo.
Hey!
Photo, I understand it that you've been living with an arrow in your head for so long. What's it like having Boomer put an arrow of Cupid in your heart?
Devastating.
What?
That's an excellent answer, Photo. Boomer, let's bring it over to you because I understand it that you've got a successful YouTube career out here on Rec Room. Tell us, where can people find the awesome stuff that you put up on YouTube these days?
Well, all you gotta do is go to YouTube and look up at Boomer GK. Exactly how my name is spelled. I have 1,000... how many subscribers? 1,375 subscribers. Maybe you can be the 1,376 subscriber if you can do it quickly.
It's okay, Boomer. You're American. You're not expected to do math. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Now, Photo, let's bring it back over to you for a hot second because I understand it that you recently out here on Rec Room have given up panhandling and trying to steal our pans. What sort of things do you plan on stealing these days?
Hands.
Oh, that's an excellent answer. Something we can all agree on. Am I right? Mr. Lance?
Yeah.
Now, Boomer, we do have another question here for you, and a lot of people have been asking about this for your particular talk show.
Yes.
And people want to know, what's the average air velocity of an overladen swallow?
A backpack.
Now, that's the kind of answers that you can get while watching Boomer GK and his awesome work. And Photo, we do have another question here for you, and people want to know. Did you know that your microphone's muted?
No, it's not been muted. No.
And that's the kind of answer we can all expect. Give it up for Photo and Boomer GK, everybody. All right, Boomer, were we able to get any good shots of people up on stage being funny by chance?
Yes, sir. We did.
Perfect. All right, that's it. I'm done. You guys were excellent. I'm outski. You guys can handle the rest. I hope you all have a fun one.
Oh no.
Oh, that reminds me. We still have another half of the show to go through, don't we?
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Oh, dang it. Okay, fine. We still have the tape. We're going to be just fine. You're working at Chick-fil-A these days?
No, are you working at Chick-fil-A?
Oh,
work at
goodness, no.
Chick-fil-A?
I have respect for myself. Why do you ask?
Because Chick-fil-A is closed on Sunday.
Neat. You know what else is closed on Sunday?
What?
These nuts. Ooh.
Oh.
Give it up for Photo, everybody. You know how it is, folks. We're all just trying to have a good time out here, but it's time for us to take a quick commercial break. After the break, we're going to be talking to the most important people in the rec room, you. We'll be back after this. Hello, welcome to Rec Room. Say, have you ever had questions?
Would you rather live in an ice palace or a desert palace?
Shut up! Shut up!
Don't you just wish that there was someone you could talk to out here on Rec Room?
How much wood can a wood chop?
Can you please be quiet? We're trying to fight here, see?
Don't you just wish that there was someone you could voice your ideas to?
Man, who invented dino noises?
Shut up, kid! And come on down to PillowTalk, where we talk to the most important people in Rec Room, you! So, Dino, Jen, you two have been married now for over 37 years. How do you two, well, put up with each other for so long?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's,
no, we're not.
Good.
That's actually a pretty good question coming from our fans in the stands. How do you guys plan on putting little old ladies into hockey?
Yeah, that is a really, really interesting question. What do you think, Cookie?
I don't know. What do you think, Chris?
I don't know. It was your guys' idea.
Now, Jaden, I need you and your team's help in order to make this bowl of ramen, and I've got all the ingredients you need right here. That's right, a traffic cone, a marshmallow on a stick, and for you Americans, a gun. That stick is high in fiber, don't you know? But everybody knows when you're driving your car out there, it needs a GPS system. That's right, a giraffe positional system with a giraffe's head poking out of the top. Well, let's see what that looks like out on the car that Hot Dog's drawn for us. Well, isn't that worth putting up on the refrigerator? You never know what's going to happen out here on Pillow Talk. So come on down to Pillow Talk, where we talk to the most important people in Rec Room, you. Pillow Talk goes live every Sunday at 1 o'clock Central, only on Rec Room. All right, you nerds, get off my stage. Man, when are they going to add the taste update to Rec Room so I can actually drink the water that I have here instead of the one in my bottle over here? All right, but with that out of the way, we need to get back to asking the real questions, the burning questions, the questions on everybody's mind out here at Pillow Talk. Hello and welcome back to Pillow Talk, the place where we talk to the most important people in Rec Room, you. We've still got all sorts of characters to come up on stage and all sorts of questions to ask, but we need to address the real question of why didn't we get the actual question up here? Darn it, someone was supposed to be on top of that, and it's not me. I can't be held responsible for anything. But that's all right. We've got the responses here for you tonight, and we've got the lineup on who's going to be in the next competitive video game adaptation of Rec Room. That's right, Rec Room's going to be hitting the esports scene with these two teams. Let's meet the first one. It's none other than Chris, Lemon, and where's their third teammate? We need one more. And a big thanks to those, to 2024 Joe. Lemon, would you mind to, there we go. And there's the last teammate, is none other than Superior Shots. Now, Chris, I understand it that you were the one who financed this particular team. Tell us, what's the team name?
Team name?
Give it up for the everybody.
I was gonna originally say KOS.
No, that's all right. Team is a perfectly fine name. And not to mention, everybody knows where it is. Now, Superior Shots, obviously, you're the team striker. I'm looking to make sure that you score the most goals against the enemy team. Tell us, how do you plan on kicking the enemy team's balls this season?
Well, I've been trying mostly to kick anyone's butt, especially if I'm playing soccer. But
And there you have it, folks.
I usually try. When I'm
PlayStation
mostly
VR is so
playing-
laggy.
When I'm playing it mostly, I usually
And
try
there
to
you go,
hit
folks.
that goal
Superior
right in
Shots,
there.
knowing the superior way. Now, Lemon, let's bring it over to you, my man, because I understand it that they actually rented you out off of the internet in order to fill up the team. Tell us. You're not going to be like a car, Lemon, and cut out on us the first time the ball hits the ground, are you?
Probably.
And that's the answer we can all expect. Give it up for team, everybody.
Woo!
Okay, team, if you wouldn't mind taking up positions over on the starting line right over here. And you know how it goes, folks. You can't have a competition without another team to play against. No, yes, just on the other side of this little line right over here. Off the carpet, please. Let's give it up for our next team up. It's none other than the Mad Lad himself. It's Curtis. Curtis's
Yes.
friend and Rec Room Zero, host of Rec Talk. So, Curtis and Curtis's friend G. Obviously, you two are absolutely in sync with each other at all times. Tell us, how often can you finish each other's...
Sentences.
Eh,
slow on
close
that one.
enough. Am I right, folks? Oh, I'm much the same way with my own clones. I mean, friends out here on Rec Room. Now, RR0, I understand you're the one who hired these two to get in on this team. What's the team name?
It's Rec Room Talkshit. There you go. Boring name. There you go.
And give it up for Team Boring Name. Am I right, folks? So, Curtis's friend
This is my first
G.
time.
Oh, that's all right. It's a first time for a lot of people. It happens to everybody at some point. But for you specifically, is Curtis your first and only friend, or who would you be without Curtis? Would you just be G?
Well, yeah, probably. I don't know, really.
And those are the kinds of answers we're looking for out here at Pillow Talk, the one that really grips us home. All right, we have one last question for RR0 over here, and if people want to know, what time is Rec Room Talk going up on the event sections?
After I have finished being on stage, actually.
And there you have it, folks. Something to look forward to after the show. Give it up for Team Boring Name, everybody. All right, Team Boring Name, go ahead and set up on the line right over here. All right, folks, you all saw how the rules work at the beginning of the show. Team, are you ready? Team Boring Name, are you ready?
Yeah.
The game starts when the ball hits the ground. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, y'all.
Go!
Where the hell did that come from?
And they're
What are you
off,
meant
and
to do?
Superior Shots is already doing what they can to bounce it off of me. What are you doing? I'm not part of this. Team Boring Name is doing what they can to push those pillows.
I don't know what
But
we're doing.
Team Boring Name is certainly putting on an exciting defense. And it looks like they're phasing it into the back rooms here, and hopefully the Slender Men don't come out and try to pull someone into the curtains.
Oh,
Oh, excuse me, pardon me. Oh no! And it looks like a couple of people were already eaten by the monsters. Let's give it up for team for winning today's game. Hello? Soundboard?
Someone's broken.
Yeah, I know. We need to fire him. In the meantime, team, way to go for putting on a good show. And if you wouldn't mind exiting the curtains right over here. Well, Curtis's friend, it looks like Curtis is dead and eaten by the things behind the curtain. Who are you going to be now?
Huh?
That's the kind of answer we can expect. Give it up for Ha, everybody. And if you wouldn't mind exiting through the same curtain your friend died in, that would be great. That includes you, Zero. We'll see you at your show.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, Zero. We'll come back to that later. Because, in the meantime, we've got a couple of characters. We have, no, not two people. My apologies. I completely forgot the script. We're going off script. We're going to bring up two people anyway. Why? It's my show. I do it live. Because, F it, we'll do it live. Give it up for our next two. It's none other than...
I did not sign up for this.
Well, you most certainly did. You wouldn't be able to get up on stage if you didn't. Albert Einstein, thank you so much for bringing your friend Stupid Scott up on stage. Tell us, how stupid is he in scientific fact?
According to my calculations, he's very stupid.
And that's how he got the name Stupid Scott, am I right, folks? Now, Stupid Scott, we've been working with you for colors, haven't we? Mind helping us with colors in our recently renovated canvas?
I don't know colors. What's that?
Looks like a yes to me. Let's head on down. Now, Scott, do you know what a house is?
No.
Oh, is that the wee things that dogs eat?
Close enough. Would you mind trying to draw it over on top of Billy's dead body over here so we can't look at it anymore?
Sure.
I appreciate it, Scott. Now, Albert Einstein, you're an absolute mad lad when it comes to science and all that jazz. But I understand that science is kind of like cooking, where you can experiment with all sorts of things and see what's tasty. Mind joining us in our recently renovated kitchen and showing these people how it's done?
Yeah. Sure.
That sounds like a yes to me. Let's head on down. All right, Albert, we need you to help us bake this cake. And all you need is this candle, this book, and of course, a bucket. Sound good?
Actually, I need a basketball.
Oh, that's all right, Albert. We can certainly get one for you. In the meantime, go ahead and get started with that. I'm going to check in on Stupid Scott and see how that truck is coming along, okay? You holler if you need anything. You know how it goes, folks. All about helping each other to create something magical for Red Crew. Let's check in on that truck with Stupid Scott. Oh, Scott, that's not a truck at all. That's a pentagram that you put on Billy. Now he's definitely going to hell.
Oh.
Come on now, I need you to build a truck so we can get his body to the mold.
Truck?
Can you do that for me? Yeah,
I'll try my best.
That's a nice Scott. You keep at it, buddy. All right, we'll be back at it in a bit. You know how it goes, folks. Those Scots, you know how they are. They pretend to be Englishmen. Anyways, when it comes to science and all that jazz, Albert Einstein is an absolute genius and is going to show us how to make a cake with just some rudimentary elements from your own room. Let's take a look at how he's done so far.
Okay, so I need a cat. I actually need a cat.
We're not going to supply you a cat, not after last time. Dude, we all know what you did to that cat, and I still have nightmares about it. Could you please stop doing that to cats for everything? Like you tried to tie your shoes and ended up turning a cat inside out. Stop it. It's weird. Yeah, that's the sound of someone who's definitely reminiscent of what they did. Anyways, we're going to... I think I found the basketball that you were looking for, Doctor. If you look up, is this basketball big enough?
No, it is. Oh, trust me.
Perfect. I'll let you work with that. In the meantime, let's check in on Stupid Scott. Oh, these guests drive me to drink. Okay, let's check in on that awesome new boat that we're going to be putting our friend into with Stupid Scott. And it looks like we've expanded upon the graveyard here with Raven in the crowd. Do we have a Raven out here? Can I see some hands? Who's Raven out here?
The one
Do
in
we
between
have a
the
Raven
boat
after
one
this?
and the one with the bucket hat.
There's several of them with
The bee
bucket hats.
antennas?
There's a lot of stupid people out
With
here.
the one with the bee antenna.
Oh, yeah, well, you can draw that, but you can't draw a single boat, can you?
I got to draw a truck.
Well, that was
That's
the
a truck.
assignment. Just draw a boat. That's not a boat. That's a forever coffin.
Alright, my bad.
Come on, Scott. We just need one little boat, and we can sail on home. Okay, buddy? You get to work now. You know how it is. It's about having patience along with whoever you're working with, because let's all be honest here. If you want something done, you got to do it yourself. But thankfully, we have these idiots to help us out. Let's check on that cake and see how the kitchen's doing.
So during that, I had to buy a human because I had no cat. That's what you call
Quick question, Doctor. We don't have any of these things. Where did you get them?
I got them at the rec center. I actually kind of stole Flat's car. Don't tell Flat I stole his car.
Who knew that Einstein knew how to get a discount wherever he went? A 5-finger discount? Oh, that's Sly Fox. But seriously, no, just don't set my set on fire. I'm sure we'll be fine. And just don't get caught. You know how it goes. All right, let's bring it back over to the canvas and see how Scott's coming along. Now, obviously, when it comes to working with Stupid Scott, he's got his own problems, and we're going to try to work with him with those problems to get the results that everyone can find to be, you know, what we're looking for. Which, specifically, as we all know from the beginning, we're looking for a plane. So let's check out that plane, shall we? It said he drew a shovel in some sand with the smallest handle I have ever seen. But still, that's a pretty cute shovel, Scott. Good work, buddy. Give it up for Stupid Scott. Now, Scott, we're going to have you talk to a counselor about, you know, taking dead bodies in pentagrams, but we'll worry about that part later. If you wouldn't mind exiting through the curtain right over here.
Love you, bro.
Love you too, Scotty. Right up until you kick my modem, and there go my downloads for the rest of the night. In the meantime, we're going to move past that. We're going to stay positive, and let's check in on Albert and see how his science of a new cake is coming along. Oh, God, I can already see it. All right, let's go.
That's about it. So basically, I have a human in order to make the cake.
Oh, no, this is my gay ball. It's mine.
I managed to get the cat ball, and I managed to get the fat cat into...
And now it's eating the people out in the stands. Albert, the set's on fire. The cat ball is eating the people out there in the stands. You did this. What do you have to say for yourself? Oh, that Albert, always running away from his problems, just like in World War II. Give it up for Albert Einstein, everybody. You know how it goes, folks. You always got to, you know, work with what you got, and hopefully my step... So we're just going to bring it back over to the center and distract you from the fact that the building's burning down with our next guest. This absolute character is a delight, and we would love to bring them up on stage and get away from that fire. It's none other than... Red?
Hi.
We already had you up here.
No.
Are you a different red by chance than the red that
Yes.
we have up here?
I'm a
Perfect,
different red.
excellent, awesome. You know how it is. All these red folk look alike. Hey, it's always, don't take that out of context. Shut up. In the meantime, Red, let's talk about you. Actually, would you mind joining me over here in the art coop for a second while that fire gets put out?
Yeah, sure.
Red, I understand it that you're the mad lad who actually put together the awesome vehicles that people can drive out here on Rec Room. mind showing us what goes into the various V2 engines that go into all the various vehicles out here with these building blocks?
Sure.
Perfect. Now this is very technical, folks, and a lot of various little bits and pieces. So these building blocks should be able to help you understand just what goes where so that you can start building your very own V2 engine in your own rec room. Red? Red? Is Red dead? Oh no! Red's dead! He'll never meet his Red Dead Redemption! Oh, it's always got to be something, folks. Oh, what's this behind the box over here? Oh, he left his revolver. It's Red's Dead revolver. Well, we'll worry about that next time because we got to get over to the center and get back to talking to you. Now, folks, we all had our fun here tonight, and I've been up here just talking away and asking all sorts of questions. I want to know what your questions are. Let's head over to the chat section, and let's see what kind of question you have for me up on stage. And remember, let's try to keep things PG-13. You are 13-year-olds after all. Rose wants to know, why are you so cool? Practice and genetics and reasons. And I'm running out of things to say. Endertree wants to know how to steal skin. Now there's something to Google later. Starburst wants to know, are you gay? Oh no, I'm ace running pan, but someone always asks that. We really need a Q&A board out the front. Cookie wants to know, and congratulations, Cookie. Can you say happy anniversary to me and Cream? Happy anniversary to Cookies and Cream! Photo wants to know how to steal pans. Do I look like Google to you? Go ask the Holotar Foggy. He'll know. Stupid Scott wants to know, does my dad still love me? Well, I know my dad still loves me. In fact, both of them do. Yours, on the other hand, I don't know anything about it. Couldn't tell you. Scientist Steve wants to know, how do you steal uranium? Oh, you're going to have to contact the Libyans. But there was a certain doctor way back in the 90s who tried that with a DeLorean. Didn't work out so well. Walter White wants to know, have you seen Breaking Bad? Oh no, I saw Fixing Good, its sister program. Lots of good fun. Real wholesome content. Speaking of wholesome, let's bring up a couple of characters and show off their awesome duet together. It's a special guest duo that we all enjoy. Give it up for our next two. It's none other than 2024 Joe and Big Joe.
What an honor.
So, Joe, I understand that you've had some difficulty bending your scythe around your shoulders with the full body. Tell us, what's it like having that constantly shaved down your back?
I mean, it's good at one point because it's giving me a haircut, as if the head gets too long, it automatically gets cut.
And there you have it, folks. It's all about bending that scythe into swords and to the items you need. Now tell us about your friend Big Joe here. Big, welcome to the show, man.
It's an absolute honor, honestly. I'll let him explain
It
himself.
looks like you've started a partnership with us. Tell us, what's your particular product out here on Rec Room, if there is one at all?
Well, I'm not sure if it's set in stone quite yet, but I have poured a lot of hours and days into it. I'm recreating a magical set you see before you inside of Blender. And I'm planning to create some goofy little animations, particularly you singing Frank Sinatra, That's Life.
That sounds absolutely amazing. Tell us, do you have any other works where we could possibly check out there on the internet? YouTube, LinkedIn, what have you?
Just go to the magical link above you to the Discord and you'll see my little post there. I do not quite have an Instagram, but that is in the making.
Oh, that's all right. We'll get there when we get there. So, Joe, I understand that you've got your own product as well to be shouting out about. Something about knights and forts and all that jazz. Something about codes. I really don't want to catch a code. I still have to get back to work.
Is it because I'm British?
Oh, no, it's because you have a code for, like, Rec Room, Fortnite, or something like that?
Oh, different day, different person does that, so...
we'll skip.
Okay, completely understandable. No worries, no worries. Now, Joe, obviously both of you being Joes, how many of you have had to deal with Joe Mamas being out here on Rec Room?
Many times.
It's tormenting, to say the least.
Absolutely. And if you find these two out there in the stands after the show, be sure to Joe Mama them as well. All right, Big Joe, we have another question here for you. And this one actually comes over from our good friends out here in the stands, Wolf King 2. And Wolf King 2 wants to know, out of all of your toes, which one do you like to suck on the most?
Well, allow me to demonstrate. The baby one on my left foot, specifically. Gives off real good
And now
salt
I have to get those sandals now that I understand that you're wearing socks and sandals. That is horrifying and I love it. That is absolutely painful to look at. And I will specifically go to watery maps in order to make it look like I'm standing in puddles. All right,
Amazing.
Joe, one last question before you head out tonight. Did you have fun?
Go for it.
An absolute amazing time, as always.
It's been a show.
It's a pleasure.
Yes, mine.
Oh no, you're definitely used to it, and thank you, Big Joe, for coming out and talking with us. We can't wait to see what you have. Give it up for JoJo, everybody!
JoJo.
I'm sure that's a
Pretty
reference
cool
to
name.
something, but I don't know.
Could be.
I don't know what's happening.
The most
And
awkward
best of luck on the
interaction
marriage
ever.
this spring. I will try to attend, but I don't know if I have anything to wear.
Oh, you're not coming. You got declined. Anyway, goodbye.
And you can't stop me. We'll see you next time. Stop kicking my router! You know how it is, folks. It's always got to be something. And speaking of something, we're coming up on our last question for the evening. And for those of you who have been with us, you know what this question is, but I'm still going to ask it every single time we end a show. And I need it answered from everybody still in the queue system. Did you have fun?
Yes, I did!
Yes.
And
This is like
that's the
construction.
answer I was looking for.
It's too tired.
Coming out to see Philip.
Oh,
Check out now. Doodles.
Oh,